Hello everybody. Today we are going to learn lesson number 7, environmental changes in standard 8, subject SS. Previously we have seen lesson number 5. Now let us see in this lesson environmental changes. By the heading we can come to know that the changes that occur in environment that we have experienced during last few years, that the heat is increasing, the rainfall is uneven, and the cold or the winter that has become extreme. So let us see in this lesson that what are the environmental changes that occur in on the earth. The first one, the air that envelops earth from all sides is called atmosphere. First of all, what is an atmosphere? So atmosphere is what? That the layer of earth that covers the earth from all the side. The air that envelops the earth from all sides is called an atmosphere. हमें पता है कि हमारी जो ये अर्थ है वो राउंड शेप में है, तो उस राउंड के शेप के साइड में जो एक लेयर होता है एयर का, जो एटमॉस्फेयर के नाम से जाना जाता है. द एटमॉस्फेयर इज गेटिंग पॉल्यूटेड ड्यू टू द ह्यूमन एक्टिविटीज़ लाइक इंडस्ट्रीज, फैक्ट्रीज, power stations, auto vehicles, etc. Now the layer of earth, layer of air that is disturbed, or the pollution is caused by the human activities like industries. We have seen many industries that have been flourished recently, producing different factories, power stations, auto vehicles, etc. So all this activity causes the release of gases, and due to that the pollution of air that has taken place. Now changes occurring in temperature, wind direction, rainfall, etc. due to the global warming are known as environmental changes. Now let us see what is environmental change. The change in occurring of temperature, we have experienced that the temperature is very high nowadays, wind direction, then rainfall, all these natural things are changed, and those changes are called as environmental changes. The condition of temperature, humidity, and rainfall in a particular region at a particular point of time is called weather. We have used or heard the word weather. The weather is very pleasant and all other words. Now, what is weather? The condition of temperature. Humidity. Humidity means moisture that is present in the air. Rainfall in a particular region at a particular point of time, that is weather. अगर कोई प्लेस की उसी टाइम के ऊपर जो प्रेजेंट कंडीशंस है रेन की या टेम्परेचर या ह्यूमिडिटी की, तो वो होता है वेदर. इट इज़ ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर प्लेस एट अ पर्टिकुलर टाइम, and the average condition of rain, temperature and moisture for over 35 years in a region is called climate. You must have understood the difference between climate and weather. Weather, it is a particular time of a particular place when the rainfall or the humidity or temperature is measured, that is weather. But लास्ट 35 ईयर्स अगर कोई प्लेस की एवरेज वहाँ की रेनफॉल या टेम्परेचर या मॉइस्चर अगर मापा जाता है तो वो होता है क्लाइमेट. सो क्लाइमेट इज़ एन एवरेज ऑफ weather present on a particular area. Countries with cold climate receives less heat from the sun. This hampers growth of plants and vegetations. Thus, the arrangement are made to conserve heat by having a roof of glass or cloth to allow sun rays to reach inside and sustain heat. This is known as greenhouse effect, and this type of farming is called greenhouse farming. In this paragraph, we will study about greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect? So the countries which are having a very cold climate. In those parts, the plants and vegetables they do not grow very easily. So to provide that, so to provide that atmosphere, the sun rays given straight to the plants and vegetations, and such arrangement is made by constructing the roof of glass so that the sun rays gets easily from the glass, but they can stay there near the plants for more time, or else the use of clothes that allows the sun rays to remain in the room or in a particular area, and that is called as greenhouse effect. And those kind of farming are known as greenhouse farming. Now let us see about global warming. Global warming means unequal and continual rise in average temperature in Earth's climate due to the greenhouse effect. Certain gases entrapped infrared rays, UV radiations, ultraviolet radiations, that is, so that the temperature of the Earth increases. The planet becomes warmer, and this effect is known as global warming. We have heard and we have experienced that the temperature of Earth is getting increased day by day, and that temperature is not only increased by the human activities, but the ultraviolet rays that is produced by the sun and that infrared rays that creates heat on the surface of Earth, and that is why also the Earth is getting warmer. By the word global warming, we can come to know globe is a word that is used for the model of Earth, and due to certain activities, the temperature that increased, it is a warming. So global warming, a very serious issue for all human beings. Now global warming is caused by gases also. Which type of gas? Let us see. Carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbon, halocarbon, and etc. are known as greenhouse gases. It can be asked that what are greenhouse gases? The gases like carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbon, halocarbon, etc. are called greenhouse gases. These gases retain heat. These gases retain heat. Increase in their proportion leads to the problem of global warming and climatic change. Now the gases that we have seen in greenhouse gases, let us see how much they have increased on the surface of Earth. The temperature of Earth has increased 0.6 degrees Celsius in last 100 years. That is not worthy. An average person releases 4.5 metric ton of carbon dioxide. While we exhale, we release carbon dioxide, and annually, and in a particular person's life, throughout his life, that person releases 4.5 metric ton. 1 metric ton means 1000 kg, and here we can easily calculate that 4.5 metric ton that is released by the average human person during his life. CO2 was, before 100 years ago, the amount of CO2 was released 275 ppm, and ppm means parts per million. Today it is 350 ppm. The carbon dioxide gas, earlier before 100 years it was 275 ppm. Nowadays it has increased up to 350 ppm, parts per million. In 1750 the proportion of methane was 315 ppm. Nowadays in 2005 when it was measured, 1764 ppm, so almost 4 to 5 times more. The proportion of nitrous oxide increased from 270 to 319 ppm, and all these gases has increased because of the use of foam, plastic, fridge, AC, different circuits, aerosol spray, etc. And the level of chlorofluorocarbon has increased in the atmosphere. The instruments that we use at our home, offices, and everywhere that released different gases. For instance, if we use refrigerator, then the ammonia gas is produced, and due to that the water is getting colder. वैसे ही जितने गैसेस और यूज़ होंगे एसी में या और भी कई इंस्ट्रूमेंट में, बाय यूजिंग प्लास्टिक ऑल्सो, बिकॉज उनका जो डिस्ट्रक्शन है वो नहीं होता, एंड दैट रिमेन्स द सेम फॉर थाउजेंड ऑफ ईयर्स. तो उससे क्या होता है, पॉल्यूशंस काफ़ी इजीली फैलता है. नाउ व्हाट आर द इफ़ेक्ट्स ऑफ ग्लोबल वार्मिंग? चेंज इन ग्रोथ ऑफ एंड डेवलपमेंट ऑफ वेजिटेशंस. पहले के जो वेजिटेशंस होते थे काफ़ी क्वालिटी से भरपूर होते थे. नाउ डेज इट इज़ नॉट लाइक दैट. दैन द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ natural calamities like drought, excessive rainfall, cyclone that has increased, melting of glaciers, and those extra level water damages the coastlines also of Bangladesh, Maldives, Australia. Then frequency of diseases like cholera, dengue, malaria, swine flu that has also increased. How we can use those kind of instruments, and how we can replace them? By using the solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, biomass. These are the non-conventional sources of energy, and that do not produce any kind of gases or pollutions. Now, measures to prevent global warming: reduce the use of sources that release CO2, afforestation, and conservation of forests, growing plants and trees around surrounding our areas, avoid using plastic, optimum and judicious use of manure, pesticides, household appliances, natural resources, etc. Control populations and practice rainfall harvesting. These are the measures of preventing global warming. Different conferences that were held to discuss from the leaders of various countries in 1972, and in Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, the conferences were held. Rio de Janeiro of Brazil, where the conferences were held. And in those conferences, the countries those who have already developed, they should use the policy of carbon cut. Means whatever instrument that produce the gas like carbon, it should be banned, as every US citizen produces 20.6 metric tons of greenhouse gases, and developing countries like India should be given an aid to tune about $100 billion, so that they can produce instrument that do not release any kind of gas. Average person releases 4.5 metric ton, average Indian 1.2 metric ton gas. Then in the citizen of USA, 20.6 metric ton of carbon gases were released. 16th September is observed as a ozone day all over the world. As we know that ozone creates a layer which is very necessary for the all living things, due to the ultraviolet rays produced by the sun, which is very harmful for the living beings. But due to the ozone gas layer, that ultraviolet rays do not damage our body. So this was lesson number 7, environmental changes. Thank you very much.